Hey guys, here we go again, restaurant manager here. This video I want to talk a little bit about day one, week one of becoming a manager. So, yeah, I'm wearing, this is a burger and beer shirt. I just really like it. And I don't work with them in the same capacity that I used to, but I just really like this shirt. Can get you one if you want. But listen, in this video, we're talking about you're finally a manager. This is your first day or day one, week one, and you have all this stuff in your mind as to what you want to do. You've been watching all these other managers, and you know you can make an impact. You want to get in there. You want to fix all the things that you've had to deal with as an employee, and that's cool. That's great. You have the energy, you have the motivation, you have the desire, and the will to want to get this done. So why is that wrong? Well, it's not wrong, but how most new managers go about it tends to cause a problem. When you walk inside of there, you have this confidence ego, which all the other managers that have already been there are, believe it or not your friends. Okay, this is business. Most of them are there for their own intentions. They're trying to support their family, and going in there and talking about why everything's broken and how you're going to fix everything. Especially if you get a chance to introduce yourself. Let's say this is your first management job and they put you in front of all the staff and say, this is our new manager, this and that. Use this as an opportunity to talk about what you're going to bring to the table. Don't talk about how you're going to fix everything and how you're so awesome and cool, but you really want to talk about why you want to be a manager. You want to talk about what you care about. You want to talk about how you can help them. How you're an open book, hopefully, and they can come to you and you're going to do your best to solve the problems at hand. You're going to work together with the rest of your management team. Don't make it about you. And when you go inside of it, when you start your first day and you start your first week of management, sometimes you walk into a restaurant that is crashing and burning, right? A lot of things might be wrong. And you go inside of there and you're like trying to fix everything. Now, what you're trying to fix is absolutely right. Maybe the servers are not stamping their checks, or not using seat numbers. They're not ringing things up before they ask the manager for it. They're not singing things in properly. Maybe the kitchen's not labeling and not dating. All the stuff you have is correct. But how do I explain it? If you can picture a hot stove, right? A really, really, really hot stove. That's the restaurant. And you're a cold glass of water. If you go to that stove and you dump that cold glass of water, what happens? Well, you know what? It spatters, right? Sputters, whatever you call it. And it goes shooting. It basically pushes it away. All the water is going to splash right out of the pan. You dump it in and it goes, you dump the water into the pan and it goes right out the other side. It gets pushed away instantly, right? That's you when you go inside there and you instantly walk into a restaurant and you're trying to fix everything really fast and talk about every single day, all the stuff is broken, all the stuff is wrong and how it needs to be fixed and people are not doing things right. And you're absolutely right. Probably the things you're saying are absolutely right. But that's usually one of the first mistakes of a new manager, because they want to fix everything and they want everything to get done. But what you need to do is pick one subject. If you take that same hot pan and that same cold glass of water and you pick a small corner on the side of the pan and slowly start dribbling it into that side of the pan, initially you're going to see some sputter. It's going to get pushed away. But if you keep hitting that same exact spot, what happens? It starts to cool down. And now the water that you see, it starts to spread out on that hot pan. And eventually you'll be able to pour that water in that pan and cover the surface of the pan. The same glass of water into the same pan. So pick something that's really, really important. Talk to the other managers and find out what things have been bothering them. What things do they want to get accomplished? What things do they want to get done that they could use your help with? Talk to your staff and find out what things are burning issues for them. And don't make it so much about yourself. Because when you come in a restaurant, you feel like you have to prove yourself. You're a new manager, you want to prove yourself. You want to make sure everybody knows how awesome you are. Think about this. You wouldn't have got the job typically, or been promoted into management if they didn't think that you were capable of doing it. So you don't have to rush in and try to prove yourself to everybody. Instead, stop, look, and listen. One of the best chefs I ever worked for said, touch, look, feel everything every day. You touch it, you look for it, you feel it. And that goes for the product. You see the product, you go inside your cooler, you put your hand on it. You feel it. You look at it. How does it look? Does it look the color right? Is it torn or whatever it may be? You feel it. Does the texture feel right? Is it soft or mushy? That's the product, right? But also that's people. Touch the people. Shake their hands. Look at them. Check out their uniforms. Check out their body posture. Check out what they have going on around them, and feel the emotional state. Have a conversation with them. See if there's something wrong, and maybe they emotionally need some help. There's more than one way to start a new management job, but that's my advice to new managers. Day one, week one, actually probably for the first, let's say 90 days, let's say 60 days or 30 days. Just listen to everyone. Become a sponge. Take in as much knowledge as you can. Take notes every single day. Write it down. Go home, look over the notes, erase things that are irrelevant, and put things on a different piece of paper that you feel are relevant. And then hopefully you're having a manager meeting, and then these are the times when they go on a table, listen to all the people who've been there, listen to what they say, and keep yourself away from any kind of underhand biting, any kind of gossip. If one manager comes to you and says something about another manager, you're going to want to listen and ask them why they feel that way. But don't agree. Don't shake your head. Yes. Oh, absolutely nothing. Just listen to them. Well, why do you feel that way? What has happened to make you feel that way? Oh, okay, I see your point of view, right? But if you agree with them, instantly that manager is gonna feel like you are doing the same thing with somebody else. So if you just keep it professional, and they're gonna try you with these kind of things. They're gonna try to divide you between other managers. Are all restaurants this way? No, they're not. But if you've been in the industry long enough, there's a large percentage of restaurants that are. And so going in for your first 30 to 90 days, really become a sponge. Keep your mouth shut. Listen to what everyone has to say. Look, touch, feel everything and everyone every day. Take plenty of notes and try to remain as professional and polite as possible. You're on stage. You're not an employee anymore. You're a manager. So at this point, you're on stage and everyone's watching you. They're watching you to see if you're going to remain professional. They're going to try to pull you into conversations that are not professional. They're going to try to put you in situations that is, i.e. staff, that might not be professional. And this is the point in time where you can set your standard. You can set your standard that will stick with you for the rest of your career, because the people that know you now will, I guarantee you, at some point come back around in another job, another place, and someone's going to ask them a question about you at some point, whether it's next week or 5 years from now. Hey, do you remember this manager he had on his resume? He worked with you. And they're going to answer. And their answer is going to be what that person's first impression of you will be based on that. So I hope you find this helpful. We're going to keep going like this. I'll try to pick subjects that I run into as I talk to other managers. Managers call me and ask me questions about things all the time. I just recently had a sexual harassment phone call that went really well. So I want to touch bases on that when it comes to sexual harassment and how it should be handled as a first-time manager. Things you can do to protect yourself and protect your company and protect your employee, because that's what's important. Protecting the employee, protecting yourself, protecting the guest, protecting the restaurant, and your owner. All right, so if you have any questions that you want to ask, that you want me to talk about, please leave it. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video. And I'm going to try to do this once a week, touch on different subjects, and hopefully any of you first-time managers can watch some of these videos and help you from making some of the same mistakes that a lot of managers have made, and hopefully propel your career and get you a good foot off on a right start and right track. Okay, leave me some comments and feedback. All right, take care.